Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Along This Spiritual Journey. So, one of the questions that I hear a lot from people is, am I healed? How do I know that I'm healed? Because healing is an ongoing process. It never stops. It's never going to stop. I'm sorry. In this journey of spirituality, you can be healed in certain aspects of your past, your trauma, your understanding of life. But you're still going to keep learning because you're going to forever keep growing until we again decay from this earth. One of the tools that I have heavily utilized to know that I have healed a cycle and I'm past or over certain trauma and triggers is when I no longer feel the need to overly explain or I don't feel irritated. One of the things that I've learned about myself through this journey is that I had people who I would love and adore dearly, but they would call me and what I knew would be the same problem. As soon as I saw their name on the phone, I'd be like, oh my gosh, they're going to want to talk for hours about the same thing. I love them, but I just don't. And in that moment, even as a healer, I'm like, Jawan, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't have the energy. I just don't have the energy. And I was like, fair enough. And then when I'd be doing my own solo work and prayer work, and I'm wondering why I'm feeling certain things and holding on to certain things, it's like, well, you didn't close out that cycle of irritation. You left it open because you said you weren't ready. So the universe is like, I just paused it for you. That's what the universe does. It puts pause because you're telling it, I'm going to come back and finish that. Now, if all you do is push pause and pause and pause every time you feel a certain thing about life, then you're going to start getting in that moment of like, why do I still not feel like I'm healed? Why do I still feel triggered and stuck? And that's again recognizing that you still have shadow work, you still have trauma work, and that's okay. You can be healed on a reactionary level where you're not reacting to everything on the outside. That's beautiful. There's also still the reaction on the inside. Because if you can formulate a response for someone else on the outside, you should be able to formulate a response for yourself on the inside. It's not like you're just talking to one person and it goes nowhere. You're talking to multiple energies of self, and they're all listening, and they're all going to follow suit on how you decide this is how we need to heal. This is how we need to walk through this emotion. And so for me, again, it's recognizing when I don't get upset. Like if I feel bothered by something, I'm not healed. It's really that simple. It doesn't mean that I'm broken. It doesn't mean that I need to fix myself in that moment. It just means I have a little bit more work to do because judgment is man-made. Judgment comes from man. Observation is universal. All things observe. Just like a dog, when it first meets you, it's observing you to see your behavior to make sure it's not going to hurt it. But once it feels safe, it's cool. It's all in your face. It loves you. Humans are quite the opposite. We will be all in your face, but we don't actually assess if we're healed with you or not. And so then you create resentment and irritation. So again, healing is about knowing that you're able to tell the truth to yourself without finding judgment or excuses to put on someone else, and that you're okay. Like, even if you know you have to cut them off or still interact with them, you know anything they say or do is not really your journey, so it's not about you. And the same for yourself. If your internal voices are always creating scenarios for you, it means you need to go out and create, because an idle mind creates a lot of deviant. All right. I love ya.